Hello everyone! This week we will be celebrating the holiday of Hanukkah. And you may have seen some of the crafts earlier on the library website or on the Facebook group or on the YouTube channel, wherever you see it. And you may see that it's actually 8 days or 8 nights, I suppose, of holiday. So Hanukkah is going to be one of our vocab words or words to remember today. Let's go here. So this is our picture for Hanukkah. As you see, we have the 8 candles for 8 nights, which is we're celebrating, people who celebrate Hanukkah are celebrating 8 nights. And then this one candle is to light the others. This is a dreidel and some gimel, I think. This might be latkes. I can't really tell because they kind of have circles on them, but they kind of look gold. I don't know. And then this is the Torah. This is the holy book for the Jewish people who live all over the world, and a lot of them speak this language or the Yiddish language, either Hebrew or Yiddish, which are both languages that we're going to hear a bit of today. So for the first book, I'm going to read to you 2 books, and then I'll pass it over to a good friend of mine, and then I'll finish with a little craft. Okay, this one's called Biscuits Hanukkah. Oh, I don't want to be sharing my screen right now. There we go. Biscuits Hanukkah. We're going to make a special Hanukkah gift for our friends. Come along, Biscuit. Woof, woof. I think Biscuit's the dog. You can help too. Woof. There are 8 nights of Hanukkah, Biscuit. The menorah holds 1 liter candle called the shamash, and 1 candle for each night of Hanukkah. So this is the dreidel. It's what holds the different things here, the different candles. And we see here's a picture of the dreidel there. Okay. Funny puppy, let's count the candles together. Woof. It's kind of hard for dogs to count, I think, but I think Biscuit's pretty smart. We're almost ready to go. I have the wrapping paper. Woof, woof. Oh, I think we were supposed to count them too. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're almost ready to go. I have the wrapping paper. Woof, woof. And you found the ribbon, Biscuit. Woof. Biscuit got all tied up in the ribbon as she was wrapping up the dreidel. It's time to light the menorah. Isn't it beautiful, sweet puppy? Woof, woof. Oh, I think that's a pretty big dog there too. This looks like a bear. Happy Hanukkah, Biscuit. Happy Hanukkah to all. Woof. It's very nice to be prepared for Hanukkah. All right, I'll read you this book now. First night. 8 nights of Hanukkah. The very hungry caterpillars. I don't know if you've read that book. It's a caterpillar, and I think the caterpillar eats quite a bit. And I don't remember what happened next, but you might have heard of that book. When the sun goes down, we light the candles. The menorah holds 1 candle for each night of Hanukkah, and the 9th candle is used to light the rest. No? So the middle one which they call the shamash, is used to light the other ones. We sing and dance. Hanukkah, oh Hanukkah, come light the menorah. Third night, we eat. Latkes are potato pancakes fried in oil. Oh, there's that little hungry caterpillar. We open gifts. There he is again. Children usually get one little gift for every night of Hanukkah. So how many would that be? That would be 8 gifts for the 8 nights. Yeah. We play with dreidels. Each side of a dreidel has a different Hebrew letter. We're going to learn a little bit more about these later on. I'm not going to try to pronounce them. I think I know all of them, but like one. So we eat again. I love to eat. Oh, those look really good. What are they called? Sufganiyot are donuts fried in oil. 7th night. Just one more night. We celebrate with family and friends. Holidays are best with the whole mishpacha, our closest family and friends. Roman, have a close family and friends you spend holidays with? Yeah. Hanukkah is our festival of lights. Happy Hanukkah. Oh, our ancestors oil burned for much longer than they expected it to. 8 whole days. It was a miracle. Happy Hanukkah. Oh, very happy. All right. Well, I'm going to hand it over to my friend. And then I think I'll be back for a craft after this. Oh.
Hello everyone, my name is Bolly Summers, and today I'm going to be reading you some stories about Hanukkah. This first one is called Hanukkah Accounting Book, and it has some information about words that we use during Hanukkah in English, Hebrew, and Yiddish. I'll start off by reading this little preface about some of the words, then I'll read this part at the end that's called the Hanukkah Story, and then I'll read you the part about counting. So, in winter, when the days are short and the nights are long, the Jewish people celebrate Hanukkah, the festival of lights. Hanukkah is a joyous holiday. We light candles and sing songs. There are potato pancakes and jelly donuts to eat. With our spinning tops and coins, we play games. When we celebrate Hanukkah, we use many Hebrew and Yiddish words. We eat latkes, spin dreidels, are given Hanukkah gelt, and light candles in a Hanukkah menorah. These words are all in an English dictionary. Even though menorah is a Hebrew word, in modern Hebrew there's a special word for a Hanukkah menorah. Can you say Chanukiah? Okay. And so now this is the Hanukkah story. Many years ago, when the Syrian Greeks ruled ancient Israel, they put statues of Greek gods in every town. The people were told that if they didn't pray to the Greek gods, they would be punished. One man refused. His name was Mattathias, and his sons were Judah, Eleazar, Simon, Jonathan, and Johanan. Judah was called the Maccabee, and his band of fighters, the Maccabees. They revolted against the Syrian Greeks, using shields to protect themselves from the spears of their enemies. Even when the Syrian Greeks attacked on elephants, they couldn't stop the Maccabee rebellion. Judah and the Maccabees drove the Syrian Greeks out of Jerusalem. They were heroes. After the fighting ended, the Maccabees cleaned the temple from top to bottom and took out the statues of the Greek gods. Now, the temple could again be used by the Jewish people as a place to pray. The temple was rededicated as a place of prayer. Hanukkah means dedication in Hebrew. To dedicate the temple, the Maccabees put oil in the menorah and lit it. But the menorah is an ancient Jewish symbol. The menorah in the temple had only 7 branches, 3 branches on each side and 1 in the middle. A legend tells us that the Maccabees found only enough sacred oil to burn for 1 day. But there was a miracle. The oil burned for 8 nights and 8 days. During that time, the Maccabees were able to get more pure oil to keep the menorah burning. The Hanukkah menorah has 9 candles, one for each of the 8 nights and one with which to light the others. For many years, people lit oil in their Hanukkah menorahs, but today we usually light candles. It was a miracle. The letters on a dreidel are the first letters of the Hebrew words Nes Gadol Haya Sham. A great miracle happened there. The miracle of Hanukkah happened in ancient Israel. So if you live in Israel, a great miracle happened here, not there. That's why Israeli Svivonim, or dreidels, have the letters Nun, Gimel, He, and Pei. Pei is the first letter of the word po, which means here. In Yiddish, the letters Nun, Gimel, He, and Shin tell us how to play a game. Players sit in a circle. Everyone begins with some pennies, puts one into the center, and takes a turn spinning the dreidel. If it lands with the letter Nun face up, the player does nothing, or nit. On Gimel, takes all pennies in the center, ganz. On He, takes half, or halb. On Shin, all players put 1 penny in the center, shtel. Potato pancakes and jelly donuts remind us of the miracle of the oil. They taste so good, we sometimes forget about the miracle. It is a Hanukkah tradition to give children the gift of money. At one time, coins were gold and silver. Today, Hanukkah gelt is often thin pieces of chocolate wrapped in gold foil. Okay. The worker candle. The male version of Hebrew is shamash, and the Yiddish version is shames. With the shamash, light 1 more candle every night to make 8 candles burning bright, or 9 candles if you count the shamesh. 1 Hanukkah menorah, or Hanukkah lamp. The female version of Hebrew is Chanukiah Achat, and in Yiddish there's Ein Chanukah Lempel and Ein Chanukah Lachter. 1. The male version of Hebrew is Echad, the female version of Hebrew is Achat, and the Yiddish version is Eins. 2 jelly donuts. The female version of Hebrew is Shtei Sufganiyot, and the Yiddish version is Zwei Ponchkes. 2 is, the male version is Shnayim, the female version is Shtayim, and the Yiddish version is Zwei. 3 elephants. The male version of Hebrew is Shlosha Pilim, and the Yiddish version is Dre Helfanden. 3. The male version of Hebrew is Shlosha, the female version of Hebrew is Shalosh, and the Yiddish version is Dre. 4 dreidel sides. 4 sides of a dreidel. 4 dreidels / tops. Watch the Hebrew letters on the dreidel spin, spin, spin. As we mentioned before, the letters are Nun, Gimel, He, and Shin, standing for a great miracle happened there. 4 dreidels in the male version of Hebrew is Arba'a Svibonim, and in Yiddish is Vir Dreidlech. Vir Dreidlech. 4. The male version is arba'ah, the female version is arba, and the Yiddish version is vier. 5. Geld, or money. The male version of Hebrew for geld is kesef. The Yiddish word is geld. 5. Coins. The female version of Hebrew is chamesh matbiot, and the Yiddish version is 5 matbeas. 5. The male version is chamisha. The female version is chamesh, and the Yiddish version is 5. 6. Heroes. The heroes, again, are Mattathias, Eleazar, Judah the Maccabee, Simon, Jonathan, and Yohanan. 6 heroes. The male version of Hebrew is Shisha Giborim. The Yiddish version is Zex Giboirim. 6. The male version of Hebrew is Shisha. The female version is Shesh, and the Yiddish version is Zex. 7. Potato pancakes. The female version is Shiva Levivot, and the Yiddish version is Zibn Latkes. 7. The male version is Shiva. The female version is Shiva, and the Yiddish version is Zibin. 8 nights and 8 candles. 8 nights. The male version of Hebrew is Shmona Lelot. The Yiddish version is sorry about this, Acht Necht. 8 candles. The male version is Shmona Nerot. The Yiddish version is Acht Lichtech. 8. The male version of Hebrew is Shmona. The female version is Shmonech, and the Yiddish version is Acht. Happy Hanukkah! The male version of Hebrew is Chag Hanukkah Sameach, and the Yiddish version is Gut Yontev. Happy Hanukkah, everyone! Hello again. This is Bali Summers. This is the second book that I'm going to be reading you about Hanukkah. It's called Hanukkah Bear. Old Bear awoke from his winter sleep. He poked his nose outside his den. What was that? Something to eat. Old Bear's empty stomach rumbled. He shook himself all over, then lumbered out of his den to follow the delicious smell. Bubba Braina took the last potato latke from the pan and put it in the oven with the others. Bubba Braina was 97 years old and did not see or hear as well as she used to, but she still made the best potato latkes in the village. Every year at Hanukkah time, all her friends came to her house on the edge of the forest. How they loved those latkes. Bubba Braina always made plenty, but tonight she made twice as many as usual. Tonight was special. Tonight, the rabbi was coming. Bubba Braina hurried to get ready. Just then, she heard a thump on the door. She opened it. Rabbi, you're here early. How nice to see you. Rumph, growled Old Bear. Happy Hanukkah to you too. Please, come in. Old Bear walked into the house. I'll take your coat, Rabbi. My, how thick it is, Bubba Braina tugged at Old Bear's fur. Old Bear roared. Grow! Oh, you want to keep your coat on? Well, that's all right. It is chilly in here. Old Bear's nose twitched. Rumph! Thank you, Rabbi. How kind of you to say that. The latkes will taste even better than they smell. Old Bear followed his nose to the oven. Rogue! Rabbi, I'm surprised at you. You know we don't eat until we light the menorah. Grrr. That's all right. I know you were teasing. I'll light the candles. Will you say the blessing? Rumph. Bubba Braina struck a match and lit the shames candle. Then she lit the one for the first night. Old Bear muttered and growled. Rumph. Grrr. Grrr. Who has kept us alive, sustained us, and enabled us to reach this season. Oh, Rabbi, you say the blessings so beautifully. Bubba Braina sat down at the table. Old Bear sat beside her. Let's play dreidel. We'll use these nuts. Old Bear cracked one on his teeth. Rabbi, you won't have any nuts for the game if you eat them. Growled Old Bear. Don't worry, I have plenty of nuts if you need more. Bubba Braina spun the dreidel. It stopped on the letter Gimel. I win! Bubba Braina swept the nuts into her apron. Roar! Old Bear roared. Don't be angry, Rabbi. It's only a game. She tossed him a nut. Old Bear begged for more. No, Rabbi, no more nuts. It's time for dinner. Bubba Braina opened the oven door and took out a platter piled high with steaming potato latkes. Old Bear sniffed the latkes as she set them on the table. Do you prefer sour cream or jam? Bubba Braina asked. Roar! Old Bear growled. Jam, I thought so. Bubba Braina smeared 5 big latkes with jam and stacked them on Old Bear's plate. Old Bear gobbled them down. Bubba Braina laughed. You should use a fork. You have jam all over your beard. She wet a towel and wiped Old Bear's face. I must tell you, Rabbi, you eat like a bear. I'm hungry like a bear, so I eat like one. I can see that, Bubba Braina said. Old Bear ate and ate until the latkes were gone. He felt drowsy. His head flopped on Bubba Braina's lap. Rabbi, you're sleepy. Who wouldn't be sleepy after such a meal? All the latkes are gone. It's time to go home. But before you leave, I have a Hanukkah present for you. Bubba Braina took a red scarf from her knitting basket. She wrapped it around Old Bear's neck. I made it myself. Grrr. Old Bear licked Bubba Braina's face. Bubba Braina blushed. Oh, Rabbi, at my age. Old Bear shuffled to the door. Rumph, he growled as he walked off into the night. Good night to you too, Rabbi. Happy Hanukkah. Bubba Braina was washing dishes when she heard another knock. I wonder who that is. Shalom, Bubba Braina. All her friends stood at the door wishing her a happy Hanukkah. Shalom, everybody, Bubba Braina said. How nice to see you. I'm sorry I don't have any more latkes. The rabbi came by. He ate them all. Bubba Braina, don't you recognize me? It was the rabbi. The rabbi couldn't have eaten your latkes, everyone said. He's been with us in the synagogue. Bubba Braina rubbed her forehead. Something strange is happening. Rabbi, I think there's an imposter going around. He looks like you, he talks like you, he even has your beard. Just then, the children cried, "Look at the floor! Bear tracks!" A bear! And I thought it was the rabbi. Bubba Braina had to sit down. Soon she began to giggle. That was a very clever bear, or a very foolish Bubba Braina. Ah well, let the bear have a happy Hanukkah. I had a happy Hanukkah too. And so will you, dear friends. Bring some potatoes from the cellar. Fetch my grater and bowl. Everybody has to help. You too, Rabbi. If we all work together, we'll soon have latkes for everyone. Deep in the forest, Old Bear slumbered in his den. His stomach was full of potato latkes. The warm woolen scarf was wrapped snugly around his neck. Pleasant dreams, Old Bear, and happy Hanukkah. The end. And happy Hanukkah to all of you as well.
All right, everyone, I'm back here, and what I'm going to do is we're going to do a little word search. We can either print this out or you can do it. I did it on, oh, oops, let's see here. On Paint, like this. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to find these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 words in here. So let's try this out. Let's see, 8. So we're looking for E-I-G-H-T. Let's look for an E first. H-A-X-H-H-I-B-B-G-G-K-Y-S-H-I-L-T-T-Q-F-E. Oh, this is the E and E, which is what we were looking for. We have to find an I. There's an I. There's an I. There's an I. So E-I-G, E-I-R. Okay, that one doesn't work. Let's try E-I-B. It doesn't work. E-I-G-H-T. So we have eight. Nice. Next one is fight. So I don't know why fight is on there. Oh, yeah. We did talk a little bit about how to fight back. Let's look for F's. See any? F, 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 F. Oh, there's one. F-I, 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 F-I-G-H-T. There's that one. Oil. We're looking for O-I-L. Well, let's look around here. O, there's an O, but there's no I's next to it. Let's try here. There's an O. It has, let's see, does it have any I's? It does have an I right there. O-I-L. Yeah, because the oil lasted for 8 nights. So oil, party, and star. So we now look for a P. P, 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 P. Let's see any P's. B, B, G, G, K, Y, S, Q, T, T, L, I, X, F, E, I, R, A, R, O, P. Oh, here's a P. A. Are there any A's next to it? F, E, O, P, C. No. Okay. A, R, O, B-A-R-C-P. Oh, and it has one A next to it. B-A-R-T-Y. Party. All right, moving on. This is the last one. It is star. So we're looking for an S next to a T. Oh, here's the first S, I think. S, and there's a T. A-R. Oh, this one wasn't too bad. So that's all of them. We could color them in if we wanted. Let's see here. Let's do this. Nope. There's a mistake. Well, that was fun. Thank you for doing that with me. I think, won't save this. Nope, you will not save. That is it for today. I will see you all next week, I think. No, I think it will be Grant next week, or maybe even a special guest. And then the week after that, I will see you for Kwanzaa. All right, goodbye, everyone. Happy Hanukkah.